Thank you so much. And good morning to you all. The sub-theme of today is godliness. And we are this week going through the ladder of progress, or if you like, the path of progress. Reading from the book of 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "And to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience, and to patience, godliness." I looked up the definition of godliness, and from the Cambridge Dictionary, it is stated as the quality of being godly, obeying and respecting God. In the book Education by Ellen G. White, it is also stated godliness, which is godlikeness, is the goal to be reached. Bringing our attention to this other book, Review and Herald, chapter 420, Ellen G. White states, godliness is the fruit of Christian character. If we abide in the vine, we shall bear the fruits of the Spirit. The life of the vine will manifest itself through the branches. We must have a close and intimate connection with heaven if we bear the grace of godliness. Jesus must be a guest in our homes, a member of our households, if we reflect his image and show that we are sons and daughters of the Most High. Religion is a beautiful thing in the home. If the Lord abides with us, we shall feel that we are members of Christ's family in heaven. We shall realize that angels are watching us, and our manners will be gentle and forbearing. We shall be fitting up for an entrance in the courts of heaven by cultivating courtesy and godliness. Our conversation will be holy, and our thoughts will be upon heavenly things. Enoch walked with God, he honored God in every affair of life. In his home and in his business, he inquired, will this be acceptable to the Lord? And by remembering God and following his counsel, he was transformed in character and became a godly man whose ways pleased the Lord. In these last days, men shall exhibit a certain character. And from the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5, it says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Everywhere you see, when you look around, when you interact with people, definitely you'll realize that people have some form of godliness. They show that they know God. They show that they respect God. But one thing will always be lacking, that their confession does not match the lives that they lead. Yes, as the verses say, they shall have a form of godliness, but then it will not be of help to them. That form of godliness that should manifest itself in the quality of life, in the way people lead their lives, to demonstrate that God is center and core of their lives, will be missing. It is a generation we live in whereby we are taken up by gain, we are taken up by pleasure, and when these things dominate our lives, suddenly God will be seen and will be known to be lacking in our lives. As I've said, that in the generation we are living in, we are being controlled by gain. But when you read in the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, from verse 6 to 8, it says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content." It makes a lot of difference, and a big difference, when God is given the first place in our lives and we demonstrate that He is our fear. We will cease to do certain things that are not consistent with His laws, and we will settle to do as His word says, and at all costs. And at all costs, we will show that we are content with what we have, and nothing shall bend us or lead us into compromising in whatever way and in whatever form. Because of godliness, we shall live our lives to glorify God, and we shall not sacrifice it at the altar of gain and pleasure. In this day, we are going to experience a number of things, and the devil will present before us a number of things, the allurements of the world and the desires of the flesh. You and I are challenged to prove that God is core and first and best in everything. It is interesting to note that God has not left us to ourselves. And allow me to end with this verse, still in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3, that says, "According as His divine power has given us unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness." This means that heaven is with us and has accorded all that we need to be able to live lives that prove and show that God is real, that God is for us, and that God is our everything. Today, in what we will say, in what we will do, let us prove that it is God and God alone that we obey, that it is God and God alone whom we respect. And the world will know that surely to have godliness is great gain, contrary to what they know, that gain has to be realized at all costs, even the cost of sacrificing godliness. Let us show that surely godliness is the real thing. And I'm sure heaven will celebrate our stand. I know heaven will be for us, and God will be glorified in our lives. That is my humble prayer in Jesus' mighty name. God bless you.